coming into Boston. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I came in by way of New York City and Connecticut and Buffalo, and you're having your fourth Northeastern, and so I'm learning all about snow. It's really cool. I work for Charles Schwab. I'm managing director of client experience, and I loved, Kathleen, I love how you queued up. What I want to talk about today is about working at Schwab, and I originally was not the speaker for today. I was the participant, and our speaker did not make it in from the snow. She's also from Austin, and so what I wanted to talk about, though, is Schwab. Schwab is such an incredible place. It's very easy for me to be able to talk about. So Schwab has been, as you probably know, has been honored with many awards of being a great company. And you probably have seen in the logo, our tagline says, "Own your tomorrow." And that's what I want to talk about today, is owning your tomorrow. And we're a large company, but you know, we're a large company, but for me, it feels like a small company because we are very close-knit, and I work with a team. I have a team of 5, and then I work on a larger team, and it's an incredible place to be. And part of that is because we really, truly believe in owning your tomorrow for clients and their financial success and suitability of where you are right now and how you can get. Our vision is to champion every client's goals with passion and integrity. And so if you think about that, and it's, you know, those words are very specific, champion every client's goals with passion and integrity. And I work around people all day that's what they do. And the coolest thing at Schwab is I'm a client. I am a client, and so the company treats me like a client as well. And so they champion my goals. They champion with integrity. They champion my cause. And so to me, part of owning your tomorrow is being able to know who you are. And so one of the things as a company is we do strengths finders. And so I did my strengths finder. My number one strength is woo, which means I'm comfortable being in front of strangers. And my second one is communication and positivity. And but arranger is one of them. I love to spin plates, and I get bored really easily. And so at Schwab, it's very comfortable to be able to say, hey, this is who I am. I don't want to sit and do accounting. I want to talk to people. I don't have a role that's not actually what I do. And so we have some things, ERG, Employee Resource Group. One of them is WINS, Women's International Network at Schwab. And so I was a co-chair of that because that gave me something in my outlet. And I could talk openly with my team about what ways can you see that I can be involved in things, knowing who I am. This is the kind of person that I am. And so at Schwab, rarely do we let people go. Do we let clients go? We say, if you're not doing well in what you are, whether it's your finances or whether it's the job you're doing, it's probably because you're in the wrong place. And so you just need to figure out who you are and go and do that. And so I love to meet people. I am a managing director, so I get to champion the cause of the people on my team all the time, and we talk about it openly. Hey, what do you want to do? I have somebody on my team who really wants to be in marketing. And I'm like, you know what? I am looking for opportunities for her to be, even though I'm really sad because she's a great employee, but I want her to do all day long what she loves to do. And so that, to me, is the other piece of know who you are, but know why you're doing it. And so at Schwab, I know why I'm there because it's a respectful company. And I am in meetings, and they're not people who are rude, or you hear about big companies and how it's dog eat dog and those kinds of things. We talk about we. When we talk about successes, we say all the time, our team did this, our team did that, our team built this. The only time I use I really is when it goes awry. When things go bad, then I say, I didn't think through that enough, or I take responsibility. And that's how we are as a company. And I think whether or not you ever want to work at Schwab, or whether you want to work at a startup, or whether you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or whether you want to do whatever it is you want to do, if you know who you are and you know why you're doing it, you can do most anything. And I find as women, we often apologize for our existing. So, serious, one time I was at a store and I heard these two baskets hit, and I turned and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And these two women and I looked at each other and I said, "I don't know, I guess I'm sorry for existing," because I had nothing to do with that. How many of you have you ever said you're sorry about something that had nothing to do with you? And it's not just a women's thing. I have a son who's also, and I have 5 kids, 4 of which are millennials, and those 4 millennials are in college, and one's in high school. And this is what I tell them all the time. It's not so much which company you're going to be with, which brokerage firm you decide to invest with, which college you're going to go to. It's really understanding who you are. And when you know who you are, whether you're a man or a woman, or you're young or you're old, those things don't become as important because you stop apologizing. When I came to Schwab, I stopped apologizing for wanting to meet people. And instead, it was seen as a huge asset. And so before, I was always the one who would raise my hand first. "Oh, I'll do that. I'll do that." And I learned that's an asset when you look. At the same time, right? We all have weaknesses. And so by looking at the strengths, what I've been able to do then is embrace everybody else's strengths. I don't have to compete with the person next to me. I can just embrace what they're really good at. And I can cover my weaknesses because I have weaknesses with somebody who has a strength. And when you're in college, whether you're having grandchildren, whatever it is, as you learn who you are, you can become a great partner to lots of different people. And you can make wise decisions because you're not spending so much time competing. You're not spending so much time being mad at what's going on. But instead, you're using all that energy to where I invest, I trade, I raise my children, I do many things. It's funny, the question earlier about have you been discriminated, I guess, about being a woman. One time I was big pregnant, and I was not at Schwab, I was in another company, and I was up for a promotion. My manager said, "Come in, I want to give you a promotion." And I looked at him and I said, I don't mean to state the obvious, but I'm really big pregnant here. And I'm gonna have a baby, right? So I'm not gonna be here. And he said to me, and this was so empowering, he said to me, "You know what, Donna? I might get hit by a car tomorrow. We don't know what happens in the future. I'm not concerned whether you come back or you don't come back, but what you have to offer, I want for the next 2 months, the next 4 months." And so I've actually been on the other side to where I've been embraced as a woman. And at Schwab, it is a man's world in some ways, but I'm a woman, and I've had many leaders who are women. I've had some great mentors who are women. And at one point, I was, I like these kinds of things. I was looking up my chain, and there was one man between me and Walt, who is the president. That's powerful. We don't talk a lot about at Schwab women's initiatives necessarily, or millennial initiatives necessarily. We talk about people, because we're all people, and we all have strengths, and we all have weaknesses, and we want to know who we are and spend our day doing what we want to do. The other thing about owning your tomorrow, though, is working hard. We are a driven group, and we attract clients who are driven, and which makes sense, right? We're a very driven group. And so in my team, I'm more often saying, don't work tonight, don't work this weekend, take some time for yourself, because everybody really wants to do such a great job, and that's so good, and it's so helpful. But I do tell people, but work hard. When you're working, work hard. One of the things, though, the secrets at Schwab is that when you're there for 5 years, then you get a month sabbatical. And at Schwab, and you get paid the same amount, right? So you get paid, and this is in addition to the vacation that you have that you're encouraged to take. And so when I heard that, I was like, you know when my sabbatical is? 4 years and 10 months, right? And 2 weeks. I was like, it's coming. Because Schwab really does value people, and that we're all people, and that we need a break. And you don't have any requirements when you're on the sabbatical, except for do what you want, learn what you want to learn, or just stay in bed if you want to stay in bed, travel, whatever it is. And it's so rare they get paid and have some time. But that's the kind of company. It's own your tomorrow. It's own your tomorrow for the clients, but also for us. And the thing is that's so cool is when a company is like that and they embrace you and they teach you, then it's so easy for me to have passion and talk to other people about it. So our clients, almost everybody that they talk to, I mean, we've got some people at work who are, you know, it's human nature. There are some people who are grumpy, right? But they're the exception to the rule. It very much stands out. But I was in a taxi the other day. This man says, oh, you're with Schwab? And I said, I told him I was with Schwab. He saw my credit card, whatever. He said, oh, you know, I had an issue and da-da-da. I was like, you know what? Here's my card. Email me. It's very easy for me to want to help any client, to want to help people who aren't clients, because I'm so well taken care of. And so by knowing who I am and by knowing why I do what I do, but working hard and being a leader in everything that I do, I'm